Hello, one and all. This is Tom Thomas here. Wanted to share with you the number one question I've asked. Um, how do you meditate? Now, you can get on Google, you can get on YouTube, and there's hundreds of ways to meditate. But my meditation started at a very young age. The reason why, in today's terms, I came into this reality awake. Now, that sounds cool, but when you're a small child and you don't think like anybody else, you don't see things like anybody else, it's very confusing. And at the age of 7, my mother was taking me to psychiatrist, and and psychiatrists loved me because I had 158 IQ, but they thought I was insane because I heard voices and one of them said, "Well, how do you look at life?" And I said, "Well, I'm on this side of the fence and you're on that side of the fence, and you guys don't understand how to live, how to treat each other, how to do anything." And it was very confusing. And with these voices that was going on in my head, the older I got, the louder they got. At the age of about 12, maybe 13, I don't remember exactly when, my dad had a lot of books on hypnosis. So I read a book on self hypnosis, and I call it the downtown countdown. And what I did is I learned self hypnosis to shut the voices off so I could sleep because they would keep me up all night long. And there was just a group of them and they're all talking at once. And had I had better information, I would have realized if I would have just asked them to stand in line and ask me one at a time, I could have probably helped all these voices that needed help. But I didn't realize that at that time, and I was just confused because I didn't see anything the way everybody else did. Apparently, I was so excited to get here that I forgot the manual. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the countdown method, and the reason I like this method. Well, I've been using it. I'm 60. I'm fixing to be 67, so I've been using it since I was 12, 13 years old. So I like it. But I tried other methods, the breathing method, so on and so on. In hypnosis, when you do the countdown, you relax your feet, you relax your legs, you relax your waist, you relax your chest, you relax your arms, your neck, and your head. And then you count down 10, I'm going into a deep hypnotic sleep. 9, I'm getting deeper and deeper and deeper. What's beautiful about self hypnosis is you can give your subconscious mind ideas. That's what you're doing. You're telling your mind how you want to act or how you want to react on certain things. And and for me, I was just telling it to shut the voices off so I could go to sleep. Somewhere in my late 20s, I started hearing about meditation. And I read a book about it, and I'm going, well, that's a lot like hypnosis, except you don't program your mind, you don't give it suggestions. And so I started converting it over to meditation. And it was really amazing what took place. I finally realized what was going on with me through meditation. Uh, when you and I like to tell people, so how do you know if you're meditating? I go, well, if you use the countdown method and you get lost in the numbers, say you're at 4 and you can't remember to go to 3, you're there. Don't struggle to remember that you're just there. So just be there because your mind is clear. It couldn't even remember 3. So you just stay in that state. Now, I like to tell a lot of people that it's the same state as just before you doze off when you're going to sleep. If you stay in that state without going to sleep, you are in meditation. And what's exciting about meditation, I mean, yoga and all these different will get you that same state. It takes a long time, but in meditation, you get there instantly, and you start receiving. information. Now, what I mean by information, uh, oh yeah, I've heard voices in there too. I mean, but usually you just have I like to call them telegrams, a knowing. You know something, and you come out of meditation, you go, wow, that's amazing. You just know it. And when it comes from meditation, when you know what you know, that you know that you know, well, then you know. It's the purest form of information that we have at our fingertips. I use meditation, I like to call it my foundation for the day. You know, you can tell how big a building it is by the size of its foundation. So when you start your day with a daily meditation, you're preparing yourself for all the life and all that's thrown at you. Because as a video back to, I was talking about getting control of your emotions. This is a wonderful way to do it. When you start meditating, because you're letting everything go, nothing from this construct matters. You're in this deepness, this emptiness, but it's an allness at the same time. So meditation on a daily basis is a wonderful way to accomplish so many things, to get information, to find out who you really are, to find out what you're doing here, to find out how all these things that you're told that are truths, you find out they're not truths. And you can get a different perspective on your life. Meditation is probably, in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that man has ever discovered, because it allows you to not to separate yourself from this I call construct. And it allows you to touch into your deepest knowings, your deepest knowledge, your deepest essence. A lot of people say it's your higher self talking to your lower self. Possible, not sure. I just know my essence communicates with me on this plane. And with that in mind, I'm just going to go a little bit to kind of give you an idea. So when I started out, I was telling you how the countdown works. And like I said, there's so many ways to do it, but give you a shot at this one, and never get upset at yourself if your mind starts wandering. I can tell you a real quick way to stop your mind from wandering is start over. Your mind hates that. I've started over 20 times in one meditation because the mind wanted to keep wandering off, and crazy thoughts come in and all this stuff. I don't get upset. I just start from 10 again. And pretty soon your mind gives up because it gets tired of fighting you, because it doesn't like to repeat everything. So anyway, if you're starting out, take 3 deep breaths, relax your feet, your legs, your waist, your chest, your back, your arms, your neck, especially your neck, and your head, and just let go. And then start out 10. I am going to a deep, deep meditation. 9. I'm drifting off to find my essence, to understand who I am. 8. And just keep things like that as you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then when you get lost, you're there. So just stay there. Now, a lot of things will happen for me anyway. Sometimes I see a movie over here to the right. I don't watch the movie. If I try to watch the movie, it'll shut off. What I learned is let the movie play out, stay in your nothingness, your allness. And when you come out of meditation, you'll understand what the movie was. A lot of times over here on the left, I'll get pictures. They just flash pictures. A lot of times that's future events that's fixing to happen, or past events I need to look into. So a lot of things will come to you in meditation. On your first or second meditation, I would suggest you, when you're going down, you start 10. Who am I? 9. At my deepest, deepest part, who am I? 8, who am I? And just work yourself down, 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 asking who you are. And when you come out of meditation, you might be real surprised at who you really are. It's not who you think you are, but it's who you are. I've enjoyed this conversation with hundreds of people through the years. Like I said, I've been doing it since I was real young. It was a self-defense thing, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, that's all for now. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them. I'll get back to you. Love, joy, and happiness. Have a blessed day. Thank you.